Hi there YouTube, Big G back again with another video. And in my previous video I did a restoration project on this here Game Boy. So I retro-brighted it and that actually worked quite pretty well. And I tried to do the backlight mod on this system over here. That wasn't too successful. But anyway, while doing that backlight mod, one of the steps is actually removing the polarized film that is glued to the back of the LCD screen. Go to the video, you'll actually see me actually removing it when I actually pulled it from the one corner with the pliers and pulled it off slowly. So here we have it over here. So this is that silver, call it, yeah, silver. It's a piece of polarized film. It's actually quite nice and stiff. And basically this allows light to come through and then bounce back again, which then gives you the picture. You actually can then see and differentiate the LCD characters on the actual game. And when I took this out, this reminded me so much of the polarized film that's used in the Game & Watch systems. So I put this aside. I stuck a piece of, you can see there, a little piece of plastic over the top because it was still very, very sticky. But anyway, I put it aside with the thought, let me try use this somewhere along the line. I'll use it. Here I have my Fire Attack Game & Watch, one of mine, and hopefully you'll be able to see the picture over there and see some of the screen. But if you have a look at it, you'll see there it's a bad discoloration that comes all the way around the back there. It sort of destroys the whole picture. I mean, it really doesn't look good at all. And I hope you've been able to see it, but anyway, because this reflection from the light is pretty bad. But anyway, you can see there, it almost looks like there's LCD bleed, but it's not LCD bleed. That is caused through a little bit of moisture that's gotten into the actual Game & Watch, and it's burnt in on the polarized film. And from taking these apart in previous attempts of fixing them, specifically this one, it's got this, the polarized screen is exactly the same as this, and this is basically almost the same size as that. So I thought, well, let's give it a bash. Let's replace that polarized film with this reused bit of or recycled polarized film from the Game Boy, and let's see how that works. It should be interesting. Just as a note, when I purchased this Fire Attack, it was sold to me as non-working, but you couldn't see this discoloration here. Why? They'd actually turned it around. They had actually flipped it over on the back there, so everything was silver. So I thought, well, okay, normally when these things don't work and it looks totally silver, although there's no characters moving around, there's normally a little bit of dirt on the or corrosion on the battery terminals or something like that, and then it's quite an easy fix. So that was a bit of a scummy move when I actually purchased this, although I got it very, very cheaply, so I didn't mind. But anyway, I cleaned it up, everything moving around, and but now I've got that terrible discoloration there. So let's swap that, stick it in there as well, and let's see if we get a better result. Okay, so I've taken it all loose, and I've pulled out the little let me just take this out over here. Okay, so there we have it. There we have the polarized backing film. So basically what happens is this slots behind the LCD screen. There's the LCD screen. It slots in underneath it, behind it, so that the light coming through the screen can penetrate, go through the LCD screen, bounce against that, come back, and through the polarizing effect of the light you'll be able to see the characters. Now this particular Fire Attack game has got background coloring, so that background coloring over there goes over the top of that, and then that slides in underneath there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece of recycled polarized film over the top of that to cover up that discolored part. Put the background template on there and then slide it back in here. trying not to get fingerprints on it as best as possible. Getting everything lined up. And there we have it. I've put it back together again. Hopefully with the lighting you can actually see there, guys, that back discoloration is gone. Now that I've actually slotted in the recycled piece of polarized film. And you don't really notice it. It's just barely on the sides over here, where it was just slightly too small for this actual screen over here, that you can now see where the new and the old is. But otherwise you can't really notice it unless you look for it. And the picture is so much better. And there we have it. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. Just using the normal just ambient room lighting, and that's about the best that I can get it, or that I've actually seen this game, and it doesn't look too bad at all. I can barely see where, or I actually can't really see where the added in polarized back filter or backing actually joins in with the new. I don't actually see those lines, so everything is looking much better. So quick and simple solution, guys. Don't throw away bits and pieces from your current projects, keep them, and in this case that silver polarized backing that I removed from the Game Boy, I reused in the game and the watch, and made a big improvement. I think it looks really good. Let me just start the game here. Whoops. Can't play it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay guys, cheers from me, and remember, keep it retro.